Hold on to your hats, crypto enthusiasts. The Cetus protocol, the biggest DEX on the Sway blockchain, just pulled off a stunning recovery. After a recent exploit, their native token, Cetus, plummeted. But then a 25% price surge in 24 hours. How did they do it? A massive bailout backed by the Sway Foundation is the key. Think of it like this. Imagine your bank getting robbed, but then magically getting a loan from a bigger bank to repay everyone. That's essentially what happened here. The chart looks amazing too. We're seeing a classic bullish engulfing candle, a technical indicator that screams buy. Plus, the MACD is flashing bullish signals. It's like watching a superhero movie. The underdog is fighting back. But here's the twist. While the price is up, the overall value locked in the protocol, TVL, is still lower than before the exploit. This means some investors are still hesitant. Will they fully regain trust? Only time will tell. So, what's the takeaway? This is a wild ride in the crypto world. A massive bailout can save the day, but rebuilding trust takes time. What do you think will happen to Cetus next? Let us know in the comments. Hold on to your hats, crypto enthusiasts. SPX6900, the meme coin that's been making waves since March, just blasted through the $1 barrier, a 300% increase since its March lows. Think of it like a rocket finally breaking free from Earth's gravity. It's been a wild ride, with a value jump of over $100 since March 11th alone. But here's the million-dollar question. Can it reach a new all-time high? The charts are telling a fascinating story. Technical indicators like the RSI and MACD are screaming bullish, pointing towards further growth. Imagine a green light flashing on your dashboard, full speed ahead. However, there's a twist. A closer look reveals a potential bearish wave structure, suggesting a possible correction. It's like a roller coaster, exhilarating climbs followed by dips. The $1 mark was a major psychological hurdle, a tough resistance zone. Now that it's broken, the next target is around $1.50, another 50% climb. That's a huge potential gain, but remember, the crypto market is notoriously volatile. It's a bit like riding a bucking bronco, exciting, but potentially bumpy. So what's the verdict? Will SPX6900 continue its meteoric rise, or will it experience a pullback? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure. This meme coin is keeping everyone on the edge of their seats. What are your predictions? Let us know in the comments below. Hold on to your hats, crypto heads. The world of government Bitcoin holdings is wilder than a roller coaster. We're talking billions of dollars in BTC with some surprising players in the game. The US boasts a whopping $21 billion strategic Bitcoin reserve. That's enough to buy a small island nation. But it's not alone. China's estimated $20.8 billion stash is a close second, though rumors suggest they might be quietly unloading their holdings. Then there's the UAE, rumored to have a mind-boggling $46 billion in Bitcoin, more than double the US. But the story gets even crazier. North Korea's Lazarus Group, notorious for cyber heists, has been quietly selling off its BTC, dropping from over 14,000 to just 5,608. Meanwhile, Bhutan, a tiny Himalayan nation, made a surprising move, boosting its holdings by thousands of BTC before making some sales. They're using their Bitcoin profits to boost civil servant salaries. Talk about a unique economic strategy. El Salvador, the early Bitcoin adopter, is facing pressure to scale back its Bitcoin investments due to a loan deal with the IMF. It's a roller coaster ride for these nations, highlighting the unpredictable nature of Bitcoin and its growing role in global finance. So, who's next to join the Bitcoin Billionaires Club? And what will be the next big move in this wild world of government crypto? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Hold on to your hats, crypto fans. The internet went wild this week when the official Migos Instagram account, boasting a whopping 13 million followers, was hijacked to dox Solana co-founder Raj Gokul. We're talking leaked driver's license, passport, the whole shebang. The hackers even left a taunting message: "You should have paid the 40 BTC. Talk about a digital mugging. Imagine this, Raj Gokul, probably sipping his morning coffee, suddenly sees his personal info plastered across a major social media platform. It's like a real-life episode of Mr. Robot, but way less stylish. The hackers cleverly used Migos' inactive account, proving that even dormant accounts can be weapons in the wrong hands. Think of it as a digital Trojan horse waiting for the perfect moment to strike. But here's the juicy part, Gokul had actually warned about this attack days before. He tweeted about suspicious activity on his accounts. It's like he had a premonition. This raises a serious question, could this be linked to the recent Coinbase data breach? The leaked images look suspiciously like KYC, Know Your Customer, verification photos. If so, this is a major security fail, highlighting the vulnerability of even the biggest players in the crypto world. So, what can we learn from this wild ride? Always be vigilant about your online security. Think of your digital footprint like a precious jewel, you wouldn't leave it lying around, would you? And for the hackers? Let's just say karma's a cryptocurrency they might not want to mess with. Ever wondered if Warren Buffett's famous fear and greed strategy works in the crazy world of crypto? We dove deep into the data, analyzing years of market swings to find out. Think of it like this. The crypto market is a roller coaster. Sometimes it's a thrilling climb, other times a stomach-churning drop. Our analysis used the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, a tool that measures the overall mood of the crypto crowd. We looked at Bitcoin and a bunch of other cryptocurrencies, altcoins, to see if buying when everyone's scared and selling when everyone's greedy actually pays off. The results were surprising. For Bitcoin, it wasn't the extreme fear moments that brought the biggest returns. Believe it or not, it was when the market was feeling neutral. This might be because after a big scare, the market has already shaken out the weak players, leaving behind better buying opportunities. But here's where it gets really interesting. Altcoins told a different story. For many of them, the best returns came during periods of extreme greed. Why? Because when everyone's feeling greedy, they're piling into riskier altcoins, driving prices up. It's like a game of musical chairs. But with crypto, however, not all altcoins behaved the same. Chainlink, for example, followed Bitcoin's pattern more closely. So, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. The bottom line? While the fear and greed strategy can be helpful, it's not a magic bullet. You need to do your research, understand the fundamentals of the asset, and consider other factors like liquidity and overall market conditions. Don't just blindly follow the crowd. Think for yourself. What are your thoughts on using sentiment indicators in crypto investing? Let us know in the comments. El Salvador's Bitcoin experiment, a wild ride. They bet big on Bitcoin, making it legal tender in 2021. Fast forward and they've raked in a cool $265 million in profits. But here's the kicker, only about 2% of the population actually uses it. Was it a brilliant move, a crazy gamble, or something in between? We'll dive into the story, exploring why El Salvador took this leap of faith. Imagine a country ditching the US dollar for Bitcoin. Talk about a bold move. Their reasons were complex: decades of economic dependence on the US, a desire for financial autonomy, and the hope of lowering remittance fees. Remittances, money sent home by Salvadorans working abroad, are a huge part of their economy, and Bitcoin promised cheaper, faster transfers. But did it work? The Chivo wallet, the government's Bitcoin app, had its share of glitches and security issues. Many people signed up just for the $30 Bitcoin bonus and then abandoned the app. Plus, Bitcoin's price volatility made it tough for businesses to use. So, while the government made a profit, the everyday impact on Salvadorans was limited. Then let's compare this to the US. The US, with its massive national debt, has taken a much more cautious approach. Under Biden, regulation was king, with lawsuits flying left and right against crypto companies. This created uncertainty and drove innovation elsewhere. But under Trump, the narrative shifted. The U.S. is now exploring Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset, a way to potentially reduce its debt and maintain its financial dominance. It's a fascinating contrast, El Salvador using Bitcoin to break free and the U.S. using it to strengthen its grip. This isn't just about money, it's about geopolitical power. Bitcoin is becoming a major player on the world stage, and the nations that master it will shape the future of global finance. So, what do you think? Is Bitcoin the future of money or just a speculative bubble? Let us know in the comments. Ever wondered if riding the Bitcoin roller coaster with MicroStrategy, MSTR, is smarter than buying BTC directly? This isn't your grandpa's stock market analysis. We're diving deep into the wild world of MSTR, exploring its roller coaster ride with Bitcoin and figuring out if it's a better bet than holding BTC itself. The Michael Saylor story from skeptic to Bitcoin maxi. Think of Michael Saylor's journey as a classic underdog story. He went from openly doubting Bitcoin's future, "Bitcoin days are numbered," he tweeted back in 2013, to becoming one of its biggest corporate champions. This transformation is key to understanding MSTR's strategy. We'll trace his evolution from his MIT days to his current role as a Bitcoin evangelist, showing how his perspective shifted and how that shaped MSTR's bold moves. MSTR's core business, a deep dive. Before the Bitcoin bonanza, MSTR was a business intelligence company. Was it profitable? We'll analyze its earnings per share, EPS, over the years, comparing it to similar companies like Palantir. We'll uncover some surprising trends and show you how to interpret the data even with the wild swings caused by Bitcoin's price fluctuations. Think of it as detective work piecing together the financial puzzle of MSTR's core business. The Bitcoin buying spree, a numbers game. Hold on to your hats. MSTR's Bitcoin acquisitions are nothing short of spectacular. We'll break down the numbers, showing you how much they've invested each year and how that's impacted their balance sheet. We'll also explore the 2022 slowdown. Why did they pump the brakes when Bitcoin prices were low? The answer might surprise you. Future projections, crystal ball time? Predicting the future is tricky, but we'll try. We'll use various models, from the rainbow chart to the stock-to-flow model, to project Bitcoin's price in 2032. We'll also look at expert predictions and our own analysis to give you a range of possibilities. It's a bit like gazing into a crystal ball, but with data. The MSTR premium, what's the extra cost? MSTR's stock price often trades at a premium compared to the value of its Bitcoin holdings. Why? We'll explore the factors driving this premium, including Michael Saylor's leadership, MSTR's ongoing software business, and market speculation. It's a fascinating look at how investor sentiment impacts stock prices. MSTR versus Bitcoin, the ultimate showdown. Finally, the moment of truth. We'll compare the potential returns of investing in MSTR versus buying Bitcoin directly. We'll consider various scenarios, from a bear market to a bull market, and see which investment comes out on top. Get ready for a head-to-head comparison that will leave you thinking. The verdict? While Bitcoin's raw potential might be higher, MSTR offers a unique blend of Bitcoin exposure and traditional stock market stability. The choice depends on your risk tolerance and investment goals. This isn't just about numbers, it's about understanding the story behind the numbers and making informed decisions.